From beautiful British Columbia, you're watching John Lovelace's West Coast Escapes.
Let's blue sky, let's imagine, let's get a dream of how good things can be. Let's blue sky, let's imagine, let's get a dream of how good things can be. I wake up.
On today's show, John does an epic flight from Vancouver all the way up to the 60th parallel of northern Saskatchewan. Stops along the way include Quesnel, BC and Athabasca, Alberta. In Saskatchewan, we visit a wilderness lodge, and then it's on to the abandoned ghost town of Uranium City. So sit back for today's special edition of West Coast Escapes TV.
Let's blue sky, let's imagine, let's get a dream of how good things can be.
A couple of years ago, I had the real pleasure and honor to fly this airplane and lead 100 other aircraft across the country to commemorate the 100 years of flying in Canada. We went from Vancouver all the way to Sydney, Nova Scotia, and we had a great time. We had so much fun that we formed the Century Flight Club of Canada, and every year we get together and we go someplace else. Last year it was Whitehorse. This year we're going into Central Canada, and you're invited to join us. So sit back with the Century Flight Club of Canada 2011 Saskatchewan Adventure.
Okay, well, every flight is an adventure, and this one is no exception. We're ready to go on runway 12 out of Boundary Bay up to Quesnel. The problem is the weather is quite low, very, very scuzzy. System just moved through, hardly anybody's flying. We're going to have to fly really low to get and around the Langley control zone. We're going to hit the Hope, and hopefully at Hope, skies will open up and we can get through the pass there.
When low pressure systems sweep in over the Pacific Ocean, rain and low clouds usually bottle up at the foothills of the coastal mountains around Hope. We have to fly through this before we can get into the clear air on the lee side of the mountains.
Looks pretty damn good in here.
Our flight is up the Fraser Canyon to the city of Quesnel, which will be our first stop in our 1,600-kilometer odyssey to the subarctic. Generally, the weather is good for flying in this region, and today it's no exception. In Quesnel, we are meeting up with another 20 aircraft, which will be the official start of our flight into northern Saskatchewan.
See ya.
How was your flight?
It was great.
Yeah. This will be a meet and greet with some of the local pilots in the area, and it's a chance for our members to get together and plan for the next week's adventure.
How's it going?
But I think it's moving out to the east. I think it's going to be better.
It gets better.
Okay, so this is the deal. We got Crab here. We got a 1960 Corvette, 283 cubic inch engine, 280 horsepower, and we're going to go over, deliver the Crab to the cookout, and we're going to start the fly-in in style.
On behalf of City Council and the City of Quesnel, I just want to welcome you all here, and I know some of you have been here before, and Dr. Corbett said I was supposed to tell you, and we're probably a little biased, that this is the best place in British Columbia to live.
Looking forward to flying to the Rockies again and flying through Jasper. It's going to be beautiful. But we have to wait for some weather to lift. So here we are at the Quesnel Airport, and what we're going to do, we'll probably be taking the VFR route because of the clouds. Like this. All the way to Athabasca right here. Just checking the forecast. Places to the south like Edmonton are well above VFR conditions, high cloud ceilings. But as we go to the north here, like Slave Lake and Peace River, the weather's a lot lower with lower ceilings.
That's basically following this.
But we're going to be flying a line through Alberta just south of most of the weather conditions, so we should be all right. But we have to wait for the weather here in Quesnel to pick up first before we go anywhere.
So it's 8:15, which is 9:15 Alberta time. We were supposed to be there at 11, so we're going to be late. But this is really treacherous weather right here because it's breaking. It looks really good, but it's a dangerous situation because you can get up before you should, and you end up between layers, and you can't even get back to the airport. So we'll wait another hour. But right here it looks good, but I wouldn't risk it. Not unless I know I can get back.
Well, hurry up and wait, I guess. Just get fueled up and ready to go, and if she opens up, then we'll get off the ground.
Ask any pilot about the feeling before a flight, and the answer is always the same. It gets the adrenaline flowing. The heart beats just a little quicker, and the senses become a little sharper. As we turn the airplane east, we have to climb up to 9,000 feet to clear the Rockies.
Oh, this is nice.
The ceilings are good, so we have set a direct line from Quesnel to our next stop in Athabasca, Alberta. There, we'll meet up with even more airplanes on the flight into northern Saskatchewan. The people in Alberta do things up right. This is cattle country, and they've come up with a great way to cook up their Alberta beef. So it's another session of pilot talk and meet and greet. It's their anniversary here, so I head down to the river to learn more about the history of the town of Athabasca and its connection to the river.
Yeah, thanks for coming to the party. It's been 100 years, but the town actually was here. It was called Athabasca Landing. Started about late 1860s, early 1870. Hudson Bay sent a warehouse manager up here, and this was going to become their new trading center. And everybody came through here, and they got on that river.
On that river, let's go down
That's
by
right.
the river and tell me about the significance of the river.
Okay.
Originally, this was called Athabasca Landing,
If you take a look at it, it's nice and flat.
and that's why it was here.
And that's why they wanted to position themselves here, because they could build boats here and easily get them in and out of the river. And they would build every spring 300 to 400 of these scows. All the labor came from Lac La Biche. It's all Métis and First Nations labor. All the cargo's coming up from Edmonton on an old road that became the first so-called highway in Alberta. They bring it up by wagon and by sled, and they stack it all along this nice flat area. Because remember, the river's frozen for 5 months of the year. It's a highway, but it only works 7 months of the year. They load them up with cargo, and then they go north.
Would it have been a nice place to live back then?
Yeah, I think so. It sounded, you know, for that time, it was sophisticated, right? It was the sophisticated north. They were trying to build a commercial center here. Initially, it was a wooden town. It was all built out of wood. And you can see some of the few remaining buildings now, but suddenly the town burned down. The whole downtown burned down. All the commercial zone, that big, beautiful hotel was made out of wood, and now it's burned down. And within a year, they rebuilt it all, because they believed that this was going to be the place.
It's 7:30, Sunday morning, and we're making our final launch now towards La Ronge. There's about 35 airplanes from the east going to join us. We've got our group here. We're first off. We're ready to go. Weather's great. I think Saskatchewan may be Canada's most misunderstood province. Well, people come here expecting prairie wheat fields, but in reality the province is a land of pristine lakes and rivers and forests that rival anywhere else in the country.
Looks like the Navajo is 2 miles at your 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
To make it ideal for discovery by aviators, the northern half is without roads. So here we come, 2 streams of aircraft from eastern and western Canada. Our base will be La Ronge, which is a pretty town on the banks of a huge lake that the town is named after.
All right, so you're down, 3 in the green.
You're down 3 in the green.
Got a few crows there. We're moving off.
La Ronge is perfect for us. You can fish right off the banks. There's terrific camping areas for our crews, and you can even rent houseboats. There's a golf course, and there's plenty of docking space for our float planes. The hotel has a large banquet room that's just right for our meetings and briefings. But best of all, the airport is perfect, and it can handle the surge of private aircraft that it hasn't seen here ever before.
How's the flight?
Beautiful.
Pretty good?
Awesome! It was great.
It's very good, thanks.
Perfect.
Where'd you come in from? Just from Tisdale today, originally from Alliston.
Halliburton, Stanhope, about an hour north of Toronto.
Lloydminster. Just out of Edmonton.
Athabasca, South Alberta.
Prince Albert.
Larange, yeah, I'm no Larange tender here.
What are we gonna do? Well, hopefully some fishing, a little golfing.
Fishing and golfing.
Flying.
Flying.
Flying. That's why we're here, right? A little bit of fun, a little bit of eating, obviously.
Beer drinking.
It's been great, yeah. Meeting lots of good people.
Well, so far it's been damn near perfect, yeah. Other than a couple bugs, it's great. This is the north.
For 5 days, our aircraft will be coming and going to explore the wilderness area to the north. The local residents get to come out and mingle with our flight crews and share stories of flying.
That's right. You turn one wheel and the other one turns. Going this way, buddy.
Here's to the good life, so they say. All those parties and games that all those people
Do they fit large?
We're going on a cruise. That's an inner cruise.
See ya. So that's our command center, and it's working like a military machine. And then we've got 6 vans that we've got going at any given time.
We're going out to the airport, to the air base, look at some air tankers. Woo!
It's called Northern Ops?
Northern Air Operations.
Northern Air Operations, and that encompasses how many aircraft?
We have 21 airplanes.
21 airplanes, and how many pilots?
We have 39 pilots with myself.
And you're the head guy.
I'm
You're
the chief.
numero uno.
I'm the chief.
So you fly all of these aircraft?
Yes, I do. My real job, basically, is I fly a fire truck. You know, and when the bell goes off or the fire siren goes off, we go fight forest fires.
Okay, so this is one of the earlier models here.
This was one of the first airplanes that the Saskatchewan government ever got, and now we're replacing them with the Convair's.
And that Convair is right over here.
That's the Convair.
Now, how much more can you get on this ship than in this one?
This one carries 2,100 US gallons.
Paddles on this thing.
This airplane has the bigger engines in it. We have the Dash 522s, so the Allison 522, so it's 4,300 horsepower aside.
The 215, that's a remarkable airplane, isn't it?
The 215, we just brought this one back this year. The engines that are on this airplane are the same engines that are on the Dash 8 300 series. So,
Do you enjoy this life?
Oh, I've never worked a day in my life, really. I love what I do. I love to fly. I love my job. So yeah, I get paid a lot of good money to have fun.
We understand, we relate to that, but I don't believe it. I know you do work hard. Thanks a lot, Bob.